Greetings out there to the collective. This will be my second and last reading for the evening. I will say this much though, I intend to put this reading into the algorithm for a couple of days before I let it release. Since Stace and I are brand new at this, I'm just trying to figure out how does one work at helping others from their tribe to find us. So I'm going to do this reading tonight and then let the algorithm look at this reading for a couple of days so it can figure out who our tribe is and bring us, hopefully bring us some more new tribe members. And I want to say to everyone out there that's watching us and has already subscribed and has interacted a little bit with some of the videos, thank you so much for doing that. We really appreciate, you know, anyone and everyone, and I feel like we don't ask people to like or subscribe at all, but we certainly do appreciate it, just in terms of we hope that we can find our tribe and our tribe will come find us, and that we are all helping each other together on this healing journey together. Stace and I are having to do the fives right alongside with you. All right, since this is a Raven reading, and those who have been watching thus far know that anytime it's me on my own, it's going to be a Raven reading, just a pure Raven reading. When it's Stace and I, we're able to do collectives. But since it's a Raven reading and I have no idea who it's for, I'm just going to go ahead and roll with whatever Spirit's flow is and figure out what Spirit wants to say to somebody out there. If you don't mind, please, Spirit. All right, we have somebody with the Two of Wands, somebody that wants to go on a new adventure and they want to celebrate. So they want to go on a decent or pleasurable adventure here. And let's see here. However, looks like they're having to stick a 10 of swords in something before they even get there. This is so interesting. Huh. Okay. So I'm going to take a wild guess that we've ended an old relationship, but we want a new one. We want new love, new joy, new celebrating, new reasons to celebrate. Seems like this is probably going to be a little bit of a, I'm going to guess, possibly a love reading. Celebrations could be a lot of things, you know, coming home, things like that. All right, yep, no, it is love. Somebody wants new love, but they've stuck a 10 of swords in something that's their old love. So they're going to have to end something first. Completely let go of something before they can get a new Ace of Cups. So I see somebody here that wants a new adventure, that wants something that's going to bring them a lot of joy via the Ace of Cups, but Spirit is literally telling me and showing me that in order to even start that new path of love, they are going to have to completely finish out something else first, okay? Anything else? Not from this set, or not from this deck. I am going to just see what it is you're going to have to be ending before you can go on this new adventure and get this new Ace of Cups or this new cup of love that you want, okay? Can you please tell me about this person's 10 of Swords, Spirit? Well, 4 of Swords, what of it? Ooh, it's hidden under the moon. And right there with the 3 of Cups. Okay. Anything else here? I think I know what Spirit is saying here, but Judgment. Yeah. All right. So you've got some things you've got to under the Ten of Swords. You have some hidden friendships, let us say. You've had some hidden friendships, some hidden things that what Spirit is showing me maybe shouldn't have been happening. And there's a bit of a judgment call out on this. Or a rebalancing, redress needed here. They're trying to throw me this. I just want to see if there's anything else on this. Yeah, before you can get an Ace of Wands, before you can get anything new, someone's going to have to come clean about something that they did in a recent ending, is what Mom is saying. What my mom is saying. They're going to have to come clean with something that they just, my mom is saying more like somebody, and they know it's more like somebody, about something that they did, and put a balance back on it. She said with that Three of Cups coming right up underneath the moon, anybody with half of a brain, she's saying to me, can guess exactly what they did. Okay. Alright. Just seeing if there's anything in Kipperish that can help at all. Divine Feminine. What of? Is this a Divine Feminine? Oh, I'm very curious. Is this a Divine Feminine that did this thing? That was being a little too frenzy with somebody? Nope, there's a divine feminine, my mom is saying, and Kipperish is confirming that is held in very high honor. I have the feeling I know what she's about to say, but I'm going to keep pulling Kipperish. Because every time I think I know what Spirit's going to say, they shock me. They shock me and say, no, it's this. This is what I thought they were going to say. So the person that wants the new couple of, you got pulled the Jezebel energy, and you want the new Ace of Wands, hello, is in reverse. So that tells me that, I think I know what you put the Ten of Swords in, friends. And my mom is telling me to tell you, whoever this is, that the Divine One also knows. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's really hard to get away with that kind of stuff when you have a Divine Feminine. And here's what you don't see. Is that it on Kipperish? Yes. This is a starseed. You literally, whatever you've pulled and that you are now putting the Ten of Swords in, my mom is saying to tell you, you already know that it's too late, right? You already know that this person knows. And although these are all showing up, with the exception of this high honor thing, as females, she's saying, bear in mind that these could be males too. She said that this message is going to resonate for many as they pull into our collective. This one's going to resonate with many. You know what you were keeping hidden out under the moon. And so does this person. You have said goodbye to it. You have stuck the Ten of Swords in that, she's saying. And I guess she's saying that's a part of what the judgment is all about, was that irregardless, you had that in the upright, when at home, you had this person. You had this person at home the whole time, and you were doing this. Now, Spirit is acknowledging that, you know, the divine feminine, the person that is very intuitive, has found out all of that. I mean, this isn't like not new news for her or for you, and that you have had, you know, I know a lot of people out there that use this Kippurish will say that this is an entity attachment, but this also happens to be an entity attachment that, like, typically our masculines are the ones that will refer to feminines who are cheating as Jezebels, things like that. So that's like an invented verbiage for whatever this entity attachment is, okay? Looks like whoever has behaved in this way has put this in reverse. But what my mom is saying is that the problem that you have boils down to this piece by this person, because you've significantly harmed, you've caused significant harm to somebody that's held in very, very, very extreme high honor on the other side. This person pulled all three of these cards. This is somebody that, if you're from my generation, you automatically know. If you're from my generation and you're caught doing this, they're going to say, oh, you fucked around and you got found out. This is fuck around, this is find out. And my mom is saying that that's a problem. That is going to be a problem in terms of having either of these two as new pieces, okay? So I hope I don't sound judgy. I hope that when we roll numbers that, you know what, I really hate to say this, but I'm so sorry for you millennials and you Zeds out there, but I really hope that I don't see a bunch of 50s and 60s on this, although that's highly possible because we know we're at midlife, and we know that people do strange things in midlife. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull, I'll go ahead and pull a Sacred Wounding. I don't know who I'm pulling this for. Maybe for the Divine Feminine or for the person that fucked around. I don't know. Yep, this is probably for the person that fucked around. This came to you in the upside down. It's an attachment wounding that you need to heal from an attachment wounding, and you're not even looking at that yet, is what my mom is saying. So what needs to happen here, it's going to show up as difficulties forming secure, trusting relationships or a fear of abandonment and rejection. They may manifest as emotional distance, clinginess, codependency, or an inability to fully open up and connect with others due to past experience of neglect or inconsistent care. I would imagine that a Divine Feminine, for me, this card being in the upside down for a Divine Feminine who knows how to work on themselves and recover from these things would make sense. But equally, this makes sense for the guy that did the fucking around. And I say guy, but I mean the person, pardon me, the person that did the fucking around. It would make sense that that would be upside down for you in terms of, yeah, my mom is saying it does. She said, isn't that great, Missy? She's commenting, isn't it great that you can figure out how it makes sense for both persons? A Divine Feminine would know how to work on this and put it in the upside down, whereas somebody that's done a lot of this doesn't realize or understand that they need to turn it into the upright and address it as to why they are doing, you know, the fuck around energy, essentially, is what my mom was saying. So, yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad I'm getting better at understanding exactly how they're having me move and shift these things. Let me go ahead and pull for you some Moonology, because maybe this will give you an idea of who they're talking to a little bit more. I feel like anybody, yeah, Mom, multiple people in the collective are definitely going to know that this is geared to them as the collective grows. People will run into this reading, is what she's saying. But I'm going to go ahead and see if there's anything that can give you any sense of your moonology. So I just think you have to give people, you know, fair shots, and we know we're here to do the healing and acknowledge the mistakes together. All right, new moon in Pisces. So this could be a Piscean person. Tune into your intuition and let your imagination guide you. Intuition, dreams, and imaginations. The Pisces may actually be the divine feminine, because, I mean, this is a really strong showing of divinity. So this may have happened to a Piscean woman, or they have a connection to a Pisces that was maybe doing this stuff. I want to get you some angel numbers, and again, I don't know which side of the board, since we've got obviously a bit of a complicated, complex story here going on. We've got one that messed around and cheated on the other. We'll find out. Oh, this one is in reverse, so it came out to me in the reverse. Now, if it's flipped in the right side, it would be 033L, but it came out upside down like this. So, love, peace, hope, and optimism, transferring responsibilities to others, progress, creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Given that this came in the reverse, I'm going to take a wild guess. My mom's telling me stop being a smart ass and just say it. This is for whoever did the fuck around. And she's pointing out again, the intuitive, this would never have come out in the reverse. This has come out in the reverse for whoever did the fuck around energy. She's specifically saying that transferring responsibility to others instead of taking this and flipping it into the upwards, she says you need to be working on that. The person that did the fuck around stuff, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get, no, not one of those. What's my feeling? Oh, timing wise, I'm just gonna pull one of these. I don't know why I feel one of these. I feel like maybe the divine feminine has a question about timing. So I want to pull this for the divine feminine about timing. I don't know specifically what that divine feminine high priestess person, and again it could be a dude, wants to know about timing, but right there. My mom says, you already knew the answer to this, and why am I even feeling this for you? But she said it is true. What it says is you have the power to create the timing by taking action. And my mom says, and they are. Okay. I don't know why I felt that, but now I do know why I felt that. I guess the divine person, the star seed here, the high priestess that's held in very high honor. It's just spirit giving you more confirmation of who you are, A, and B, that you're the one that has the power in this situation, and you know it, because this other person's not taking responsibility. So you're going to decide. My mom is saying the other party that is the divine starseed will pretty much be deciding everything, and they know it, and including the timing. I'm going to grab you a spirit animal. I guess I'm just going to pick whatever comes out. All right. All right. Whoever the divine is out there, obviously you're rocking and rolling. Infinite possibilities, dare to dream. Life is filled with infinite possibilities. Dare to dream. Okay? All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call it on these cards and roll the dice for you. I have a feeling this divine, feminine, or, and again, could just be a masculine that's in there, divine, feminine. But whoever this is, this highly honored starseed, is not going to be shocked by whatever numbers and info roll here. All right. We could have somebody that's 34, 64, 48, 66. There's somebody, my mom is straight up saying there is somebody, there's people in their 60s that this will resonate with, which would make them the tail end of, or basically the start of Gen X energy. But by the time they're done with this reading, my mom says they're going to take some action, and they know what they're going to do. 66, they could be 66, 64. They could be 36 or 34, and then, they could also be 42, 41 or 42. All right, you're told to meditate, and I swear I get these every time I see that there was, mess around energy, because Spirit wants you to completely reset your chakra. I bet that somebody like this divine feminine high priestess starseed person would already know to do that. They're held in high honor. They would already know to be out there resetting every chakra in the book, probably doing that as we speak, my mom says, so that they can do exactly what they want to what's going on this other side. It says check your phone. There's a message. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull some Crinky Charms, and we do now have some letters in these things, so let's see who we pull here. Oh, we definitely got some lettering going on here. We have the owl in the upside down and the reverse, and I do want to tell you that because I'm honoring what I'm being taught from Stasis' side, this could be somebody that is from his lineage, and it's an acknowledgement that you don't like owls. If it is not, and my mom says, this is going to hit more than just Stasis' side. This is going to hit a lot of sides and a lot of people. For others out there, your intuition is turned off. This would otherwise be a sign of Aquarius. We do also have somebody that's struggling with some addictions, okay? That might have been part of why this person was so susceptible to doing things that they shouldn't have been doing with people that they shouldn't have been doing things with. We have somebody that really loves Europe. However, the Eiffel Tower is completely on the wrong side and has fallen over, okay? So maybe these are people that Paris, France meant something to once upon a time, but that ain't going so well right now, my mom says. We have somebody that is the witch's hat. Anyone that operates and knows themselves to be this, 9 times out of 10, you're this too. You know how to do metaphysics. You know how to work with the energy flow. You know how to work with the universe to make things better. The dragon, and the dragon was in the upright for me, so anytime I see a dragon, I automatically know that I associate the dragon with my generation, Gen X. Like we are, like there's nothing that if we, our whole thing is fuck around, you're gonna find out. So we've got a dragon prepared to burn some shit away. Pretty sure that in this case, whoever this is who's holding that dragon at the ready. All right. Okay, Khalessi. Seriously. And then you will fly away, as you know you will. I don't know anybody. I just don't know anybody at all that holds this type of energy and that much honor with spirit that doesn't wouldn't hop back in that balloon and be like, bye. And you know what? I can do France on my own. Thank you very much. All right, now for the letters. There's so many of them. We have V, S, M, Q, D, T, J, and two J's, two different J's, and then an E. All right, I hope that that helps whoever's out there. I feel like this person that watches tarot, they only watch just for confirmation. They already know what they're going to do with fuck around energy. They know what they're going to do. If anything, with them being that powerful, I almost feel sorry for the person that did that. Almost. You know, I am sorry that that happened to whoever this is. Balance, temperance has to happen. I'm karmic justice, I carry it, so I definitely understand. And it doesn't look like this is probably going to be something that's happiness ending wise. So, but just for confirmation, the Ten of Swords has been stuck in this situation. That person, just so you know, is no longer doing what you know they were doing. So if that's helpful at all. All right, I love all of you out there. Again, I hope this was helpful, and Stace and I will be doing the next readings together. We're going to start back on some collective type things. Love you all.